Okay, this is 7-7, number 4. It's got a little bit more involved, more shifts and so forth. The actual problem here is dealing with cosecant, but it does have a little bit more shifts. And you can put these in Desmos and all that also, but I think you will understand things a lot better if you understand what actually goes on. So just like we've done previously, identify the A, the B, a C, and a D, whatever, that they have. Given this as your problem, your A is -3, but your amplitude is 3. So if it ever asks you for amplitude, you give it 3, not -3. The B is 1/3, so the period is 2 pi divided by 1/3. Flip the 1/3 and multiply, which gives you 6 pi. There is no C, which is a horizontal shift. Horizontal shifts are in the next section. And D is up 1, that's a vertical shift. So it's going to shift up. So instead of it rotating around 0, like the basic does here, it will more or less flip up and down around 1. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Your period was 6 pi. Well, it looks like what we can do. I don't see a 6 pi. Anything around 6 pi in C. So I would think that you'd want to get rid of that one just based on that. So that would be the elimination for that. With A, your amplitude is not 3 there at all. It's not 3. It is shifted, but the amplitude is not 3. So 1 plus 3, it should click at 4, and 1 minus 3 should be at -2. So A doesn't work. Amplitude's not right. B, that looks more like a secant because it's right here. If it were a cosecant, it should not be right on the axis unless it was shifted horizontally in this way. So you've eliminated A, B, and C, so that only leaves you D. And it does have everything it is supposed to have. The minimum would be at -2, maximum at 4, and the center line is at x equals 1. You can see that right there. Okay, now they ask you to determine the domain. Well, your domain, each asymptote is at every 3 pi. 0, 3 pi, 6 pi, -3 pi, -6 pi. So that's what you're looking for, are multiples of 3 pi. So I believe B is going to give you that answer. The range, remember we said the minimum was at -2 and the maximum was at 4. As far as the inside, the minimum and the maximum there would be for the sine graph. That's what's left out in the cosecant graph. And it's not continuous, so you would want the split, and that's what's going to happen right there in B, because it has to be split. This minimum and maximum are referring to the inside, which is the sine graph. I hope that makes sense to you. B is the only one that has 2 parts, and as you see, that graph is sort of broken into 2 segments.